Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. We've been talking about the pillars, the foundational attitudes of mindful living and mindful practice. So far, we have talked about beginner's mind, about letting go, non-judging, non-striving, patience, and most recently, about trust. Trust in the practice itself, and trust in the existence and the presence of that deep inner wisdom that guides us when we are quiet enough, attentive enough, and in the present moment enough to be aware of it and follow it. And today we turn our awareness to the seventh mindfulness principle, which is known as acceptance or acknowledgement. How often and how familiar is it to you to resist accepting something that you really don't like, especially something you really don't like in yourself? Now let us say for sure that acceptance doesn't mean that there's no work to be done on an aspect of yourself that does not work well for you, or that harms others, or in some other way becomes an obstacle for you. But we have to start, but we can only start any journey right where we are, right in this present moment, with what is true about ourselves, allowing and embracing those qualities in us that are weak, unkind, stuck, or just simply that they are. It might be said that we are created exactly as we are, and that this is not an accident, but rather it is the essence of who we were created to be. Both those things that we value and the things that we have trouble valuing in ourselves. But they are all our teachers. And in this way, it might be said, they are all beautiful parts of us that only need that we accept them and not waste our precious time on wishing that we were someone else. Can you remember a time in your life when you felt this way, maybe many years ago, or maybe just yesterday? It's something I've struggled with most of my life, having those times and those days or those hours where, despite my great desire to be generous, it might seem to me that I have very little to give, and I neither like that thought nor do I like what it does to me. I pray often for it to be relieved and taken from me, but it is a part of me, and I must accept it in order to move forward. Acceptance does not mean giving up. So let us sit, allowing your body to be supported by the chair in a comfortable way, your hands in your lap, your feet on the floor, and noticing the way that your breath is moving in you right now, fast or slow, easy or strained in some way. Noticing within your body areas that feel comfortable, settled, and any areas that feel uncomfortable or have some pain or tightness. If you find one, allow yourself to be aware in the present moment of exactly what that uncomfortable place feels like, without trying to change it. Simply be aware. Or maybe there's a thought going through your mind that you really don't want right now. Allow it. Welcome, thought. I see you. I accept that you are part of me at this moment. Ty says, to be accepting and to be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. When you are born a lotus flower, be a beautiful lotus flower. Don't try to be a magnolia flower. If you crave acceptance and recognition and try to change yourself to fit what other people want you to be, you will suffer all of your life. True happiness and true power lie in understanding yourself, accepting yourself, trusting yourself, and having confidence in yourself. We all have this gift, and we all have this capacity to grow in mindfulness. As you sit, bring to mind an area of yourself again that you wish fervently were not the way that you are. Even if it's rare, or maybe it's frequently, something that you just wish were different, something that makes you feel judging. What would it mean to you to accept that you were born a lotus flower? A lotus flower sits on top of the water, even if you want it to grow in the ground and be beautiful outside the water. What would be different for you if you accepted that this is a part of you that you cannot directly control or change? Maybe it's a certain kind of insecurity. Maybe it's something about your appearance or your intelligence. What would be different if you accepted that you were born a lotus flower? And it is not in any way a mistake. If there is a part of you that you really struggle to accept and acknowledge, perhaps a quality, something like selfishness, or a talent that you wish you had more of, or wish you had less of, in fact. Have you ever found yourself craving acceptance and recognition and trying to change yourself to fit what the other person has judged and wanted you to be? Can you remember a time? And how did that work for you? Not did it work, but how did it work? Did you suffer more or less as you tried to change yourself to fit what someone wanted you to be? Looking within, ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What is behind that strong desire to be accepted? So much that I would try to be a magnolia flower when I was born a lotus flower. What am I resisting, running towards, running away from? What is that thing you have the most difficulty accepting about yourself right now in the present moment? When was the last time that you tried to change yourself because you sensed someone else wanted you to change, wanted you to be someone different? Did you suffer? Did you feel weak, unwanted, or something else? Listen to the last line of Ty's quote. True happiness and true power lie in understanding yourself, accepting yourself, and having confidence and trust in yourself. Imagine what would be different for you today if you repeated that line to yourself over and over when you had the opportunity during the day. True power, true happiness lie in understanding myself, accepting myself, and having confidence in myself. As I live in mindful awareness of all of those things that make up the lotus flower that I was created to be, today I promise to accept and honor my lotus flower self. Go out and practice, my friends. It's important. Namaste. Amen.